Excuse me?
That's a crit.
It's like 2 10s and a 1.
Oh, yeah, ignore the fumble bit. That's not a fumble.
Yeah, it's gonna be fumbles. It's just the multiple crit. You're good. You're good.
So I'm good.
Yep.
It's just if there's ever a 1, it will always say fumble.
Yeah,
But you
the roll.
crit, and then you crit again, and then there was the 1.
Okay. Alex, when you step away from the console, you can kind of see it starting to do something on its own. Like it's pulling up different configs.
I'll like take note what's being changed. I'll tell.
When you do, you see it go to 1 circle, 1 slash, 1 square, and then it locks and starts blinking red.
Wait, was that circle slash square?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So it turns the angle, moves 1 hallway, and a room, and it's flashing red. That does not sound good.
Actually, because this is a unique config, when you see that happen, everyone that's in the hallway right now, you kind of see the rooms start to move at random, then they stop until everyone's like in a box where the rooms have basically made a square, and then you can pretty much see it rotating around, then you can start seeing floor tiles starting to fall out from underneath.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Okay. Okay, can I go to like the second room and see if there's any like? Is it important or is it not? Is it not?
You can't get to that room anymore. They've all turned and made a
Not
box
anymore?
that you're all in.
Okay. Can I can interact with the panel still, or is it like?
You can try.
Are we not?
What are you doing?
I'll try. See if I could reverse the configuration into a more favorable situation.
When you go to hit another one, it just basically doesn't interact on the touchpad at all.
So in other words,
They
pop
overrated
that
you.
sucker off and see if you can mess with it on a wired level.
That's
Shoot
what
it. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Is there a way for me to connect my laptop to it, or is that a no?
No, but you do see that there's basically clip set that'll let you take the top touch screen off.
I'll probably take it off and see it. What do I see?
You can see a whole bunch of different switches, motors, and other things turning in there, and you get the feeling that they're running on rhythm to do what they're doing right now. If you study it and essentially do manual hacking with it, you can essentially try to do something else with it. It's running in purely manual mode right now.
Okay, I'll like tell everybody to get close enough, like closer to me, so like they don't fall through the tiles. And I'll start studying the rhythm and everything, just so like
while
I can get the feel of it.
While you're studying the rhythm, everyone else that's in the vicinity reflex saves.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh boy.
Gen doesn't have to deal with this.
16.
Which is we all die.
Gen has his own wealth of issues about to come. Don't worry about Gen.
Shot.
He's a strong boy for a reason.
Alright. 16, 12. Let me roll Akari and Sakura. Whenever you want to
Annika
load
grabs
the
Ray's
sheet.
hand.
Only the
He'll
12.
hold his firm. He'll hold his firm.
Yeah. She's like, oh shit.
Beep, beep.
Can't really give Ray a nickname because his name is like 3 letters long.
It's already a
short for
nickname.
Raymond.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
already a nickname.
You could always call him Ray Ray.
Right.
What, like Wan? No thanks.
I mean, Ray Ray is a different thing, but sure.
Alright,
Just maybe
so,
the crap.
as the panels start to fall through, Sakura basically, like, grabs a pole on the wall, and as the panel beneath her falls out, then Akari shoots into the doorway. That's just the doorway by itself as her panel falls out. Ray, you're able to grab on Annika. You go to grab, and then you slip, and you start falling down the pit. Are you gonna attempt anything, Ray?
I'm gonna
I mean, they are holding hands.
I'm gonna try and see if I can like catch the edge, like the edge of a panel, basically.
Alright.
So sturdy and get myself
Roll
back
me,
up.
roll me a reflex save.
Oh,
15,
oh no.
15,
16? 15?
15.
15. Okay, so instinctively as Annika reached out, you go to the end of your panel and then grab her hand. Then the panel basically starts to shift and cave in downward on you. As it starts to go down, you grab one of the couple support poles between the panels, and you can feel your hand not super grasped on there, but the both of you are hanging.
Oh god.
I'm not paying attention. Just focus.
Could I try and lift her up so she could like reach with
Grab
the
the
panel?
pole.
Yeah,
Or she could, grab onto you while you try to
climb up.
adjust,
Yeah, sure. That could also
or
work.
adjust yourself. And then
Like
that
basically,
Right.
we're like not dangling her hand like below me.
So you're gonna attempt to lift her up, or are you trying to lift yourself up?
I'm lifting her up so she can grab hold onto me, and then we climb up from there. Basically, like I'm giving her a piggyback ride.
I'd say both of you roll me feat strength.
Is that the straight
That's
up
body.
strength?
That's
Oh,
bad.
body.
I'm gonna
It's
spend one
body,
luck point.
strength feet.
Spending a luck point.
I'm gonna laugh as tentacles appear. They're
So
ready
that should
for.
be a straight body for me because I don't.
Yeah.
Yep. If you don't have it,
If
it's
you don't
body.
have it, then it's straight body, yeah.
Spend luck if you have to. Okay,
Oh,
no,
18.
take luck.
18? Okay.
Whew.
Kevin, roll me the most important interface roll of your life.
God damn it! Why do you always say the most important?
Oh my god.
We're in the apocalypse phase of the game now. Most of it's do or die, boy. Clap them cheeks.
I rolled a 24.
Okay. Okay. You study this, and then you notice that it's basically pulling different shims and rearranging them. When it goes to grab the next shim in line, you essentially like break it off the panel so it can't do that, and then it interrupts the pattern. Everything stops falling. As far as within the circle, your rooms are stabilized. Then the panels start falling freeform at hyper speed. Annika and Ray, you guys basically slip. Ray grabs the pole, then locks his arm around it, then he's able to lift you up just enough to where you're able to grab onto like the next pole beside him.
Gotcha. Whew.
Oh, fuck you, Jesus.
Damn. Gotta fuck these assholes up.
Alex.
Oh, we'll get them up.
Yes.
When you see it stop working, you can pretty much kind of see the rest of the thing just glitching, and then it starts yanking other cards at random. Naturally, the thing to do so it doesn't fuck with anything else in the room is to yank the power cord. But when you do, you can see that it's basically going to do one last final thing, where it basically kicking out the cards that it had in the deck. When you yank the power cord, it kicks out another 4 cards, and then you start to hear as you start to feel the level kind of shift to the left.
Everything in a box to the left.
So I'm falling
Like
left, right?
the whole level is falling to the left.
There's a.
Ah, shit!
What the fuck? What? Why is gravity turning on the left side?
Is there like a wall on the left?
I'm saying the whole floor you guys are on is going to the left.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
but the wall of the squares.
The wall
They
of
could
the
step on
squares.
that if it turns enough.
The walls of the squares pretty much. I'll say that that's remained static as is. It's just the level that's moving.
God damn. That's
There's no
fucked
any.
up.
Is there any way to fix that, or is that done?
We just gotta wait for it to stop.
Or slide down the metal poles that are now going closer and closer to the floor below you.
Actually,
Sure.
yeah. Well, looking below, what's the floor below us like? What
You can
is
see.
below us?
You can see like concrete stacks, columns, vents, and other stuff, and then eventually, if you peer hard enough, you can just see the next floor below, which is floor. I want to say Charlie. Yeah.
Oh god, did we
So-
just slide down?
Onto the vents. We have to do that unless we're gonna fucking fall our death.
Alright.
The only ones who are safe are Akari and Sakura, right? At the moment.
Well, you, Akari, and Sakura are safe, but the level is eventually going to swing off the hinge. So tell me what you're planning on doing.
Attica
fine.
looks at Ray and she's like, I mean, we could just go down.
We have to go back. This is otherwise this entire place is gonna fall.
Let's try for the vent.
Yeah. Take it step by step.
Are we too big for the vent, or are we just enough?
I think we're enough.
Well, I'm
Maybe
gonna put it
we
to you
just-
this way: roided out Gen fit through those vents.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Can't
Giant
fit through them.
fucking ass, like,
Uh,
tentacle.
Tentacle
fit
did
through
as
those.
well, yeah.
So are there like poles or like?
Yeah, there's like
Or
a
is it
handful. There's like a handful of metal poles between the concrete columns. Like those were the ones that were pushing
Alright.
levels up and shifting it.
Can I
We
start
do
to-
like monkey bars,
Yeah.
like that.
Well, that or slide down. I'm gonna.
Um,
If I look down,
No.
can I slide down to a vent?
Everyone's
Like
got about 20 seconds to tell me what their plan's gonna be for when it slides
Alright,
off.
well, if Ray's sliding down to the vent, Annika's going down to the vent.
if they are, I might as well follow. Since Ray's more athletic than, you know,
Yeah.
trainers, shit like stuff like that, then I'll just follow his lead.
Alright. So, Alex, as you get to the door, you see Akari and Sakura held on, and then you can also see Ray and Annika holding on to the bars. You can kind of see them debating that they're gonna go down, and then the level finally starts to go, careening the rest of the way till it hits one of the other columns and basically splits the level you guys are in half and starts to fall down. Everyone, roll me a reflex. Well, not a reflex.
Motherfucker.
Roll me an athletics.
Will that be strength feat or endurance?
Roll
Or
me
athletics is
endurance.
reflexes reflexes athletics.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Is endurance strength? I want this to be more of a strength one rather than like a reflex based.
Yeah. Body is the more strength one, so it would be endurance.
Yeah, so
endurance,
everyone
athletics.
roll me
Oh,
endurance.
so-
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Right.
Ooh, no. Oh,
Crumple.
Oh god, okay.
no. Better than me.
29.
So Alex is gonna throw a pastry dish.
Why am I the one getting the fumbles?
I don't know. You tell me,
you don't
Kevin.
have-
Why are you getting fumbles?
Listen, Tower of Love is protecting us. It's fine.
Did you not pay your blood sacrifice to the blood god?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
look,
God damn it.
Oh no.
You just killed my sister.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alex, roll
I
me a
also-
1d100.
Just gave you.
I rolled a 97.
Alright.
Okay.
You see, I sacrificed adequately, but I did not sacrifice enough. You know.
So, as the level splits, Ray lets go, and then Annika follows suit. As the two of you start to fall, Ray kind of like pushes himself in each direction. Annika does the same. Then, as the two of you careen, you grab one pole right before you're about to hit like the debris on the floor between the two levels, and then that pole kind of shifts and knocks you into one of the vents. Akari basically loses her grip, then goes straight down. Alex, you get flung out the room, and you pass by Akari midair, and then Akari basically tries to grab you. The two of you disconnect, and you're going different directions. Then Sakura looks down, thinks for half a second, then springboards off the wall, and then as you're about to hit a metal pole and smash your face in, Sakura flings off the board, then basically tackles you into one of the other rooms where you both break through the wall.
I tried to get Akari.
Akari? Yeah,
And then-
did she get Akari as well, or?
No, she only got Alex, and then Akari basically sails through it, and you can see her go further, and you can't tell exactly where she went.
Akari! I showed.
And then all the debris and rubble falls in and separates you guys.
All of us.
Akari!
God, Gen's gonna hear you guys
Alex!
just go, what the fuck did they do?
Sakura!
Alex!
Alex, roll me a awareness notice.
I rolled a 28.
Hey,
All
at least you
right.
didn't. At least you noticed shit.
You wake up in the room on the lower level with the hole in the ceiling, and you can kind of like see some bricks and other stuff. You see Sakura laying on top of you, her pink blazer like ripped up and torn, and then you can see blood pouring out of Sakura's head, and she's unconscious.
No.
Then as you look through the room, you can kind of hear banging. And then the door kind of just falls forward. And you hear...
Shit.
They crashed into Charlie, right?
Yep.
Did they crash anywhere near Gen?
Speaking of Gen, let's catch up with you.
Alright.
So, you and
Somebody
Alex...
else want to recap that one in the notes? Because, I think I'm gonna be busy.
So, Gen, you're down going through the levels, and Martin basically finds like another panel, essentially, and you can see him pulling like wires on it and trying to hook it up to his tablet. And he's like, tip I got from Alex. Anyway, this place is a fucking maze, man. Like,
You're telling me.
why would you design a building like this? Fucking traps, falling elevators, if that's the crash that we heard earlier, and then, you know, just rooms with layouts that don't gel well, like... I don't know.
Well, I mean, the elevator, this place is fucking ancient. That's just shit falling apart. Or at least that's my guess. But, yeah, the maze, I mean, I guess if you don't want someone getting out, the best way is to make it complex and pain in the ass to find your way.
Yeah, I guess. And then he eventually gets a video feed on the tablet where you can see like some of the other hallways, and then you kind of see Martin's expression kind of shift. Ha.
Again, we'll flip up the lights so that he can look at the screen.
Do not
What?
open any of the doors, and I recommend we get a bit quieter in tone from here on.
Again, is looking at the screen. What's down there? That's
You can see that in like some of the other hallways that buffer out from the one like past you guys, you can kind of see like some bodies clutched against each other that are moving. But like it's such a mass to where there's barely any space between them. And then he flips it to another end, and you can see like a 20 by 30 room with just like a 10 by 10 black mass in it in very unclear focus.
Gen is going to, I imagine he had the grenades somewhat stashed. Pull out the grenade, slip his thumb through the pin, and grip around the hold. Yeah, I think just in case, I'll keep this in hand. I recommend you keep yours very, very ready.
Don't tell me twice. I got you. And then he pulls the cord off of his tablet. There's an information room over that way. Let's be very slow.
Yeah. At which point Gen's gonna start motioning him to go forward, knowing that he is the bigger person and therefore will make more noise. So it's better to have the lighter person go first. At least one of you can make it through.
So, as the two of you walk, you kind of start hearing a bit more creaking, like stuff shifting around.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, just don't think about it, man. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It probably won't be, but just say it will be.
Gen just like puts a hand on him, gives him a squeeze. You'll be fine.
We'll see.
Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Just let go of my shoulder.
Again, let's go over his shoulder.
Okay, here we go. And then he starts looking through the doorway, and then he leans his head through the doorway. Then you can kind of see him pull his flashlight up, and then he clicks it, looks that way, then clicks it off like instantly.
Again, we'll dip his head through as well.
And then Martin goes a little bit further, and then the hallway starts to cross further out. And then he starts walking very slowly. And then
what am I seeing? Because I have the night vision.
You're seeing like a hallway that's lit up. There's like rotted out signs and stuff on it, like brick rot and everything. Like, you know, older cinder block where it starts to moss out and like cave in. That's what it mostly looks like. The hallways are clear, and Martin's about like maybe 2 to 4 steps ahead of you in terms of like distance between you, and you can see that the floorings turned metal grate-like.
I look down. Is there anything through those grates?
You can see that there's a shit ton of distance, then you can kind of see like a pin row of lights once it gets far enough down.
And I'm guessing by shit ton of distance, that is too far to drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna continue forward. Gotta find this this information room. And hopefully a way of locking all doors permanently.
Okay. And then the two of you get to the cross. You see Martin click his flashlight forward because he's not wearing night vision, so that's his only way of seeing, and then he clicks it off, and you can kind of see him freeze up. When you get to him, you can kind of see around like 8 or so zombies in the hallway just standing still, like walking into the wall and like falling over, but they don't seem to notice the two of you.
Gen's going to very, very, very quietly. I'll take the lead from now. What direction?
We're gonna want to keep going north. Check the hallway behind us first.
Gen checks the hallway behind you, over behind him.
When you turn around, you can kind of see that there's like a handful of other doors and other rooms that go down that way. Like, this level looks massive, like it's the oldest one built and has the most corridors, rooms, and other things in it. As you look at it, you can kind of see one of the doors basically cricked off of its hinge within the range of your night vision, and then you can kind of see it starting to fall off as like a black tentacle kind of starts to slither out of it.
Say nothing. And then Gen's gonna lift him off the ground in case he needs to start running, and basically he's putting him over his shoulder.
Okay, as you step, you kind of see that tentacle, like, jet past you down the hall, and then it grabs one of the zombies, then, like, drags it back through the path that it came.
Yeah, Gen's going to, if it's not in danger of touching him, he's not moving at all.
Yeah, it just kind of slid right past you as soon as you stepped out the way of that hallway.
Remember the direction we go from here on.
Yeah.
We need to never come back here.
Yeah, man. Gotcha. Metal death trap. Up here. Just don't let me go.
No, that's not a metal thing. And then Gen's going to start heading north.
It's a figure of speech.
Gen, way too literal. And I'm going to start heading north.
Alright, you eventually head north. Roll me a stealth.
I'm gonna use all of my luck on this one. That's a fumble.
Literally, how? This is your payback, Chris.
Hey, Chris didn't pay his blood sacrifice, that's all.
Listen, in my previous game that I was just in, I was rolling hot.
This is the natural pendulum shift.
Yep.
The balance of the karmic universe.
It's shame on you, Chris.
Damn, I think we have to close this.
As all of the fucking zombies turn to snap their heads at us, I guess.
So you start
Because
you start going down the hallway, and Martin's like giving you directions, very quietly, of course. You
He's
eventually
whispering them in your ear.
Yeah, you eventually get to another axiom, and then Martin does his flashlight thing just to very quickly look down all 3 hallways. And then you can see the one hallway to your left is like packed full of like dead bodies that are just piled up. Like you couldn't even climb over it if you wanted to, just how much of a mass grave it is in that 4x4 hallway. Then other one's basically like empty, but neither of you can really see to the end of it. And then when the both of you look down it, again when you turn around and see it, you pretty much see the tentacle fly up out one of the vents and grab another zombie in front of you. But when you do, you go to step, and then as you step, when it whips back, it knocks you on the floor and makes a giant kuntung throughout the whole set of hallways.
Immediately just hauling my ass back up. I'm guessing every zombie in the area knows.
You look around, and you just see pitch darkness. And then Martin basically looks to you in your night vision camera and then goes, shh. And then you basically see all the zombies start shifting out from the hallway, and they're already within the room. And there's pretty much them standing around, and they're jerking in every which direction.
Is there anything nearby that's like not a human body?
Not really.
Let's see. What gear do I have on me?
Martin's gonna basically hold his hand up, and then you're gonna see him pull his bow out of his pack.
I stop him. I motion for him to hand me his broken phone.
Martin feels around in his pocket for it, and then he goes to pull it out, but then he looks at the distance between the two of you, from where the two of you got whipped, and then you can kind of just hear him mouth, "Trust me."
Gen's gonna just shrug like, I have to at this point.
And then you're gonna see Martin pull his bow up. Okay, so you see Martin knock an arrow back, and then he lays down all the way where he just has him on sprawled out on the floor, and then the bow over his chest. And then as he pulls it to the end, you see him let go of the arrow, and then it skims across his chest, across his arm, and leaves a little bit of a cut. And then you basically see it shoot into one of the zombie's kneecaps. And then when the zombie thuds on the floor, you basically see all the other zombies look at it. They see the zombie that's hit the floor. They can't tell it's a zombie because these are so old to where they're blind. Then they all immediately horde onto that one and just start eating and pulling that zombie apart. And then Martin basically starts slowly getting himself up off the floor and motions for you to follow him.
Gen does so.
The two of you get to another 4x4 cubicle room that's got a door with like glass that you can't see out of. It's more of like that decorative office glass, and then he shuts the door and you basically see him like locking it and like sliding the filing cabinet in front of it. And he goes,
yeah, that's probably Gen doing the filing cabinet, but...
And then he just starts breathing heavily.
That was a good job. Let me see your phone. If that ever happens again, I'm gonna huck it.
And then he just hands you his broken smartphone.
In fact, Gen's gonna snap it in two. That way he's got two pieces to throw. And put one in each pocket.
So, how big do you think that mess is, if it can get to anywhere on this floor?
Think of it this way, it was long enough and big enough to reach us on the first floor.
Yeah. Anyway, check that desk over there. I think we might get some useful information on the map that I found. Earlier it said something about this being archives.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just be careful. We don't know if there's any of them sleeping in here.
Also,
And then
was
Gen's gonna...
was this the group of zombies that Mother Gracia wanted us to deal with? Because we seem very inadequately equipped for it.
Yeah, no, I'm half tempted to call this a suicide mission. And I have no intention of dying. So, we're just getting the fuck out. We can come back with, C4 or some shit.
Okay. Again, you can see a desk that looks extremely empty, but you can pretty much see like some papers left on it, and then like one manila envelope, well, manila folder that's shut and bounded.
Well, first I'll glance at the papers, see if I can get an idea as to what they're about, and then I'll see about unbinding that vanilla folder.
So you can pretty much see on the desk, it looks like they're screenshots, and you can pretty much see like different people basically being cordoned off in like cells and other stuff in the level that you're on right now. And you can see in that picture that Miss Watanabe's there among like the staffing there. And you can see Mother Gracia there. The people in the cells look to be like students and other stuff. As far as that set of pictures. Then the other one, it can pretty much say, the other one says C dash, and then like the rest of it's got that black bar redacted. Then it's pretty much like listing off a bunch of different like symptoms. To which on there it says dizziness, lack of breath, incubation time of 2 minutes, hibernization factor, months, and then it also says activation time instantaneous.
So, the third, what's it called? The third tape said they were starting their C strain, right?
Yep.
Alright, so Gen's gonna probably take that as that, and then she definitely knew. And he's gonna basically pile all of the pictures up, fold them in half, and then just set them to the side. He'll take them with him later, and then he's gonna try and open up the vanilla folder. Or manila.
You know those vanilla folders.
Yes. Yeah, you
Yen
know.
takes the folder.
Delicious. Delicious.
It has a real inky vanilla flavor. Is this what white ink tastes like?
Or, you know, perhaps it's just the color vanilla white.
Anyway, you pretty much pull open the folder, and like it's only bounded by like wax seal, so it's not hard to just over pry it. And then you can pretty much see the addressings of a letter. And as you read it, it'll just say, "Dear Mother Gracia, this is my final writing to you before we come with inspection. I know you wanted no part of this, but your ability to cover this up has proven that you're just as guilty as anyone else involved here. I've been forced to rectify this situation the best way I know how. And I don't think your institution nor your family legacy will survive this one, unlike Raccoon. Oh, you ambitious, ambitious woman. You were so caught up in your dreams to where you were willing to let the rest die. That ambition is now left to me, and even if I don't see it, know that you're the one that killed this school, not me. Best of wishes. You can consider our business arrangement ended. And then it's signed August 4th, 2004. And then it's signed at the bottom, Oswell E. Spencer.
And what was the year again?
2004.
And 2004, wasn't that the year of another outbreak?
That was before
That
I
was
think
when
the first outbreak.
That was when
I know that's when my dad died.
No, your dad died in 2003.
Would that be Terra Grigia then?
Terra Grigia happened that year, but was conducted by a terrorist group known as Veltro.
Mhm. So yeah, that would probably highlight for Gen, seeing as how he's done a lot of research into it. Wow. Great. And Gen's gonna shove the photos in, and then even if it doesn't seal fully, he's gonna bend the wax back over it to kind of keep it sealed halfway. And he's gonna look to see if there's anything else of use in this room. Perhaps, a pistol for those bullets we've got.
As you look around the room, you kind of start going through the other trash and everything on the floor, and Martin helps you and he looks in the filing cabinet. It's all licked clean. And then as you're perusing through it and you're looking around, you can kind of hear... And then you can kind of hear some other stuff dropping and falling. And then Martin, hears the door open just by, a hair, and then you can see him look up, and then he immediately darts to under the desk.
The fuck's happening? And Gen's gonna look as well.
When you look, you're starting to see concrete chunks and, other things falling from the ceiling.
Fuck it, we going under the desk as well.
The two of you go under the desk, then you hear a giant crash, cacophony, and all this other stuff, and then you kind of see the wall in front of the room just kind of get blown off while you're under the desk. And then Martin looks at you after it all stops falling, then he just turns to you. What the fuck?
I don't fucking know. The fuck is this death trap? Like if it stops, Gen's gonna like step out to see if he can see what the fuck the rest of the area looks like.
It's all just dust, debris, and everything else.
Gen's gonna reach back, pull out his gas mask, and slap that shit on. Take a deep breath, and then pass it to,
Yeah, Martin takes it coughing and he grabs a couple breaths, then hands it back to you.
And yeah, I imagine they just keep doing that every couple of seconds to make sure that they both got clean air.
So, you think is the rest of them getting to us, or you think those umbrella soldiers are coming, or some other fuckery's going on?
Little column A, little column B.
Uh,
I doubt anyone would try and come down that way, but I'm sure that the others are. Oh god. Oh, that hurts my lungs.
yeah, this is like not normal dust. It feels like advanced dust.
Oh fuck you! I know that's SpongeBob.
And then it'll smash cut. It'll smash cut back to the room with Alex and Sakura in it. As you hear the you can kind of start to hear shambling, and then throughout the hall you can pretty much see almost like a 7-foot zombie just lumbering through the door. Its arms bulged out and Sakura passed out on top of you.
Like, does it notice
Yeah,
me and
it's
Sakura, or
it notices
Okay.
you.
okay?
it's
I look
coming
around the
towards
room. Is
you.
there like,
What are you doing?
is there like, okay? I look around the room. Is there any exits that I could go through?
Just the one he came through.
Okay.
So wiggle out from underneath and run.
Yeah, and leave Sakura behind? Fuck no.
No, you attract it with you,
Okay,
and then you
She's
come back for her.
unconscious.
is there like anywhere to hide Sakura? Like from any damage?
My guy, you got
possible?
20 seconds to tell me what's gonna happen, or I'm having this guy attack you.
Or start like, is there a way for me like to like run under him or like skeet past him?
You could try it.
That's out of desperation. That's what Alexander would do.
Alright, it starts limbering for you and starts rolling its arms, leaving dents in the floor as it's coming up to you. Roll me a reflex.
Could I roll evade?
Yes.
No mods, right?
No mods.
A 27.
Alright, so just as you scramble out from underneath Sakura, it sees you and then pretty much gears up his one of his two arms, and then goes to like basically smash your head in, and you just barely evade out the way of it, and it makes a dent in the floor where your head was on the ground, and then you slide just around him, and now he's turning around to face you, and he basically comes to swing at you again. One more evade.
22.
22. This time it swings again, and you fall backwards on the floor, dodging it, and then you see him basically beginning to orient towards you. At this point, you could either try to slither out the room because you have your back to the door now, or you can do something else.
What else is there to do? Oh, like, no, there's no metal pipes.
You
Or
can check.
Or is there any metal edges where like if somebody
there's-
falls onto
There's rebar
on
and
it, it
stuff
gets
in the
impaled?
room. Like, there's bits of
but
rebar.
is it possible? Would it be possible to get the zombie like impaled in those or no?
They're like scraps on the floor, so you'd have to pick it up and try to stab it into them.
I'll try to get his attention more, and then as I like try to leave.
So you
if
have your
he-
BB gun on you.
Well, I'll shoot him with my BB gun to
Alright.
attract his attention to like
Fire,
continue towards me,
fire
and then-
away, my guy.
and then as I do that, I'll like try to like leave the room.
Aim for the eyes. Aim for the eyes.
Bro, like I can't because that's gonna be harder for me.
Harder, sure. But if it works, you'll disable them in a very key way.
I mean, since he's really big, does it make it easier for me to hit him in the head?
I mean, you're at point blank range. Take that as you will.
I'll shoot him in the head with my BB gun.
All right,
that'll be
minus 40 your roll because that's a called shot.
I knew it. 4, right?
You still
rolled a
only have to beat
30.
a 10.
What?
I rolled a 30.
That's a fucking hit. It's pretty good.
Alright. So, as you're slithering out from behind him and he's coming at you, you pretty much see him step forward, and he steps with such force to where the floor dents where he's at. And then as you're backing up, you pull your BB gun up, and then he lunges at you. Then right as he's about to lunge at you, you basically hit your BB gun right up to his left eye and then pull the trigger. And then pretty much the BB goes in and you see like blood pour out of its eye as it just enrages. Then he basically picks you up with his other arm and throws you out the room, and he's coming at you with full force now.
Since he's half
Now half blind,
blind,
so depth perception is entirely gone.
I'll try to go to his left side. Like as I got thrown, I'll get out and like try move towards left, like his blind spot, and then try to shoot him at him again at his eye, at his right eye.
So, as you go to his left, you go to pull the trigger on your BB gun, and then it clicks, and then you look at it and you realize that when you got thrown, it broke off the front end of it.
Okay, is there any like metal spear thing? Metal?
Guy, I said there's rebar on the floor. That's metal.
Like I mean like
Kevin, you're not a melee fighter, my friend. I don't recommend this path.
true. Okay.
He's panicking and he's alone.
What do you? And then
Kevin,
there's like
reflex
Sakura helplessly.
Reflex save, Kevin.
Shit.
Just to point out, rebar is a pretty long, decently lengthy steel.
I rolled
bar.
a 14.
Okay. So, Kevin,
Mhm.
as Alex is slithering on the floor, he closes the gap at you, and then basically heaves you up, and then pretty much you, instinctively hit him in the side of the head with your, BB gun as he lifts you up off the floor, and then he kind of recoils back, taking the two of you through the other brick wall. You can kind of see yourself on the floor, not damaged, because you passed the reflex check against him, but he's on top of you and has his hand on your neck as his skull's closing in. And then, right before he's about to get a bite on you, you hear one loud bang. And then you just kind of see him slump over. And as you look in the direction, you kind of just hear a couple footsteps. Then you see a figure lean up against the wall. And then they just say, "Yo, what up, whiz kid?" As he just drops a revolver out his hand.
That's it.
Woo.
And that's where
That's
we'll
Aaron,
end the
isn't it, right?
session. Yep, Aaron's back.
Aaron!
Oh shit!
There's my boy.
I thought he was dead.
He lived. He survived.